Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of the Bradford City Career Mode. It feels like forever since I recorded one of these because I've been doing all the WWE WrestleMania prediction matches for like the past 2 or 3 days. It feels like it's been forever since I actually recorded the Career Mode. But I am here back with some Bradford City Career Mode. We're going to be taking on Aston Villa away at Villa Park today. And if you didn't see the last game that we were in the last episode, we'll do a whole recap of September and then we'll show you what we've got coming up for October. So to start off September, we got a 2-1 win at home against Manchester City. That's probably the biggest win of the season so far. We then got a 2-0 win over Rosenborg. I believe we were away for that in, I want to say Austria, but I can't actually remember. Or Norway. I can't remember actually. But we were away for that. For Rosenborg. And then we've got a Nottingham Forest win 4-2 away at the City Ground, so it was good as well. We then came back home to take on Spurs and we drew 2-2 in the Premier League before finishing off. Again, I think this was at home again. Before finishing off the month with a 3-0 home win against Villarreal. That's a pretty good scoreline. It might be a bit more difficult away from home, but at home we did really well. So away at Aston Villa is the first fixture of this month before we get a 12-day break, and then we're back home to face Watford before I don't know where we're going to be for Galatasaray's match, but we'll see when we get there. It doesn't tell you for some reason. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Galatasaray will be the next group match. And then we've got Bournemouth at home on the Sunday the 22nd before finishing off the month against our promotion rivals for the majority of last season, Burnley. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun month. But if you haven't realised, we're at the start of a new month, and you know what that means. It's time for a squad report. So let's see who's grown, who's stayed the same, and who's maybe even gone down a couple of overalls. We'll take a look. So we've got Thomas Hennessy going up from a 78 to an 80. Valerie Nisimov going up from a 72 to a 74. Lance Hill going up from a 66 to a 68. Vyacheslav Varenkov going up from a 61 to a 62. Erling Braut Haaland going up from an 83 to an 84. Diogo Jota going up from an 86 to an 87. Mason Greenwood going up from an 82 to an 83. Stepan Laganov going up from a 67 to a 68. Orkun Kutchu got from a 79 to an 80. Yuri Tielemans got from an 87 to an 88. Donald O'Leary got from a 72 to a 73. Johan Carbonero got from an 80 to an 81. Noah Van Dam got from a 76 to a 77. Mats Martensen got from a 65 to a 66. Lucas Lindqvist got from a 70 to a 71. Jean-Claire Todibo got from an 80 to an 81. And Albin Lafont got from an 85 to an 86. Everyone else still the same. We've got players out on loan at different clubs for whatever reason. And we've just got some players who haven't grown yet because they haven't been here long enough. And we've got Hlošek. I'm surprised he hasn't grown yet. Some of those stats, though, are incredible. He's a long shot taker as well, so I need to bear that in mind. Dembele's still incredible. The thing is, though, the funny thing is about Dembele is he's actually not the most valuable player at the club. I believe it's still Hlošek, right? It is, yeah. That's pretty crazy in my opinion, but apparently Hlošek's value's gone down, which is interesting. We could easily probably get over 100 million for Hlošek, and that's pretty funny, considering we only got him for like $1 million, I believe, at the start of the whole thing, so... Well, it started the second season, I'm pretty sure it was, actually. But anyway, that's not going to matter because we're going to go into the news stories quickly before we head into the game against Aston Villa. Haaland goals settles Villarreal defeat. Oh, I remember that now. He scored a bicycle kick against Villarreal. Haaland's effort on goal helped his team grab a 3-0 win against Villarreal. I was going to call it, I could have called it last episode bicycle kick goal or something like that. Something along the lines of Haaland's bicycle kick. But I decided in the end to call it, what did I call it in the end? I called it the best performance of the season, maybe because it probably was our best performance of the season. We've got the Premier League shortlist for September's Player of the Month, and we've got someone that you might recognise on there. We've got Adam Hlošek representing Bradford City as a nominee. We've also got Harry Kane from Spurs, Mohamed Salah from Liverpool, and Nicolas Pepe from Arsenal. So interesting there. We might be able to beat those guys for a Player of the Month award. I'm not putting any hopes on it really. I'm not really sure if we'll do it, but I mean it's there. It's a possibility. It feels weird having Greenwood on the bench now, and we're not going to do that actually. Oh god, this is gonna be a tricky part where I don't know who to have on the pitch because Carbonero is a stamina machine. We've got too many good players. It's getting to that point because I love Carbonero and I love playing him and everything, but Greenwood's just a higher rated character. No, I say card because of Ultimate Team. But a higher rated character. And he's younger. The pace obviously is slower from Greenwood, but he's still getting there with his pace. It's really difficult switching this around, in my opinion. I don't know where to go with this, and I kind of want Greenwood in that centre forward role where Jota is, because he's been operating well there so far this season, but it's difficult to decide. I think I'm going to leave it like this, though, or at least give it a trial run like this. See what happens. Honestly, with this team, we should be, like, try to get top 7, maybe get a Europa League spot again, I don't know. But we'll see what happens. We're currently in 11th, 7 games played. We're a game behind some teams. If we win here today, we'll enter the top 10 ahead of Watford. So that should be that's an interesting one, really. The reason that they're a game ahead is because we played against Villarreal and they want to give us a game straight after, even though it has given us a game straight after anyway, but that's beside the point. But we're at Villa Park, and the only other game today is Arsenal and West Ham. We might as well get goal news for it. So we've got Lafont in goal. Wait, who's the captain? Oh, Hlošek. No. Much I like you, Hlošek, as much as you're a legendary player, the captaincy goes to Greenwood. He is the local lad of the team. So we've got Lafont in goal, Hakimi and Wan-Bissaka as the fullbacks, Hennessy and Todibo as the centre backs, Tielemans as the centre mid, Dembele on the left mid spot, Greenwood in the right mid spot, Diogo Jota coming back from injury and slotting into that centre attacking mid spot. We've got Hlošek and Haaland up front, and I think with Carbonero we'll probably just bring him on as a substitute when we need a bit of pace and everything like that. I think that should be alright. But anyway, we're going to go into it and see what happens here at Villa Park. I honestly don't know what to expect, because I can beat Man City and get a good result against Spurs, but then I get smashed by Everton and Southampton, so I think it was just an adjusting period where we just needed to get used to the league and get used to our good players. But hopefully that adjusting period has come and gone. Not really trying too much for this drill. Not really a fan of this one. But it helps with the passing, so maybe I should try a bit more. Okay. That's the problem with pass assist right there. Whatever, cool. I still got higher than Reece, that's fine. I'm assuming Reece probably wasn't trying either. Here we go at a rainy Villa Park in Birmingham. Aston Villa will be hosting Bradford City.
My name is Derek Ray, and joining me in the commentary position is the former Arsenal and England fullback Lee Dixon. And it's all about action from the Premier League.
We've got one other game today as well, Arsenal versus West Ham, a top of the table clash. We've got Trezeguet, not the legendary one of course, but they have got Trezeguet, who I believe they signed a while ago. He's got 3 goals in the last 3 games, he's doing a bit of performance right now. Haaland though, I think he's got around the same. Hlošek may have around the same as well.
He's a huge asset to the team.
Here we are. The Bradford players, I should say, and the Aston Villa players shaking hands. Just making sure that the quality doesn't go back, because I'm editing WrestleMania together at the same time, and hopefully that doesn't affect the quality in any way for this career mode episode. But here is the Aston Villa lineup. Got Lovre, Kalic in goal, Raskazov, Berda, Komar and Escobar. I don't recognise any of them. Jensen, Nakamba and Lima. I recognise Nakamba. Trezeguet, Alvarez and El Ghazi. So not by all means an incredible lineup, but it does the job. We've got Tyrone Mings and John McGinn on the bench still, and this is our squad. We've got Lafont, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Hennessy, Hakimi, Tielemans, Greenwood, Dembele, Jota, Haaland, Hlošek. What a team we have. Honestly, we've done really well to build a team like this. It's just, I need to get good at the game, and then nothing can stop us, really. In my opinion, I think we've got the league on lockdown, and it's just a matter of when the league will be on lockdown. Yuri can't keep the ball over there, and that's a problem. That's a bit too far back for my liking, especially as an attacking midfielder, but it's okay. No. Lafont gets the punch away. And the shot is completely mishit from Aston Villa. We've got nothing to worry about. We've got a little bit to worry about because they were quite smooth in attack there, though. But nothing major to worry about because the shot was awful. can't tell if the quality is bad on my stream or not, so I'm just checking that. I apologise for taking so long with the goal kick.
It's with Trezeguet.
If it is bad, I might have to wait to record this till later.
Teammates could potentially join.
Hakimi gets in the way. He could bring it away. Loschek, Haaland could be through. Got Komar to go around. He's not going to get around him. He's going to get it to Loschek though. Player of the month nominee. And it's what? Wait, what's going on here? Barda. Barda in trouble. Has the ref given a penalty?
He's got to tread carefully from here on in.
Well, he has, yeah, but it's quite easy for the referees to
Loschek took the shot, but Barda got tangled up in Loschek there after he'd taken the shot. I thought, oh, he might get away with that. I wasn't sure. But now we've got a penalty. And even though it looks like it's going to be Ousmane Dembele standing over it, you should know the rule at this club by now. Whoever wins the penalty takes the penalty here at Bradford City. Will it be Adam Loschek? To put us a goal to the good? It absolutely will. The keeper sent completely the wrong way. And Adam Loschek in line. Well, not in line for Player of the Month, but he's a Player of the Month nominee for September. And he gives us a lead here at Villa Park through a penalty. Barda with a very untimely challenge, just catching the legs of Loschek after he'd already taken the shots. I thought maybe it wouldn't occur with the penalty there, but the penalty did happen. And Kalinic in the Aston Villa goal sent the complete wrong way. It's Bradford City 1, Aston Villa 0 here at Villa Park, and what a start for the Phantoms. 4 goals now in the Premier League for Loschek. He seems to be coming a bit to life in this league, especially since I've had him at striker. Most of his career mode, I've had him at either right mid or centre attacking mid. But he seems to do his best work for me when he's in striker position. So I think that's where we'll maybe keep him. Greenwood to Haaland, on to, I was going to read Nakamba there, I was looking at their names, onto Jota.
Now with Hakimi.
The name like Marvellous, maybe we could go for Nakamba because it would be Marvellous purchase. Okay, no. Dembele wins it back though. Hakimi, Jota. Tielemans, out strength unfortunately. That's going to be the one problem with Tielemans. He doesn't have an exceptional amount of strength, I don't think. I could be wrong, he'll have about 90 or something, but I don't, as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have an exceptional amount of strength. And that's the problem in the midfield, obviously. Wan-Bissaka's going to get there. And he's going to clear it away to Greenwood. Onto Jota. Hakimi on the left here. I was hoping to get it towards Dembele, but it was marked, and now we've got a defensive job to do with Diogo Jota, of all people. And it's worked out. I'm pretty sure I have him last, but they've been given the throw in anyway.
That's how to flummox the opposing defender.
Jensen now for Aston Villa. We're going to ignore the fact that Dembele just got played like a fucking fiddle. Header away. And Tielemans gets it further clear. And Loschek tried to run onto it, but the defender always there first. Always going to get there first. Haaland intercepts. But can't get the ball to Loschek. It was really good defending. Probably it was Nakamba there.
It's with Trezeguet.
Jota intercepts. Tielemans. Dembele. Keeps it in play. Can't get the ball to Jota though. Tries to intercept but doesn't, or isn't able to.
Here's Alvarez. Oh, nice ball.
Nice ball over top to Nakamba, but Hakimi's there. Off the ball. And now can Hakimi build something here? Jota. He's got a bit of pace himself.
On the scent of something positive. And
that's a foul. And that's a clumsy one. Number 16. I don't know his name personally. I think it might be Jensen. He looks like a Jensen. No offence to any Jensens out there. A yellow card for Matthias Jensen as well. It wasn't the best of tackles, let's be real. Jota was running through. No one was stopping him. He got man instead of ball. And that's fucked over Aston Villa here. They're giving away a penalty and now they're giving away a free kick. Luckily for Aston Villa, I'm not as good at taking free kicks. I'm okay with penalties. Free kicks are not really my forte. But now that we've got some good free kick takers on the team, we might be able to pull something off here. We'll give it the old college try, I think. I think it looks like Ousmane Dembele lining up for this one. Like I said, we'll give it the old college try, but don't expect anything special. Yeah, in the wall. Unfortunately, get the height on it. I'm not the best at free kicks yet. I should probably do more training on them, but I just don't enjoy taking free kicks, so that's why I don't. Kazov try to stop Dembele. The cross is in. It's away. Only as far as Greenwood, and I tried to thread it in. It wasn't going to happen. I think it was Tielemans that it was aimed towards, but didn't happen. Oh, I thought Taliba would get that there, but I guess not. Try to keep it away from our goal. Hennessy losing the ball out to Trezeguet after intercepting, but he's won this throw. We've not a lot of the ball, no. We don't seem to do that in football matches, but we seem to get the goals. So at the end of the day, is it really a problem? I don't think so personally. I mean, it'd be nice if we could have a bit more possession, but it's not the all and end all. I think I'm onside there with Dembele. I am onside there with Dembele. Haaland, oh, it's headed away. Man was in front of Haaland there. Wan-Bissaka, get the ball there for Tielemans. Jota, back to Tielemans. Haaland turned his man, shoots, man. Oh, if it's shot first time instead of hesitating. That must have been. I don't know if it would have definitely been, but it must have been a good chance at 2-0. Greenwood, Tielemans, Jota now, back into Tielemans. Haaland, on to Hlošek. Back post. Oh, Greenwood. I think it was Greenwood. It might have not been Greenwood, actually. I'm not 100% who that was. Whoever it was at the back post couldn't get the ball. And there's been times where it should have been 2-0. Aston Villa may have had more possession, but Bradford definitely had more of the chances here at Villa Park. Wan-Bissaka arguing with Ghazi over the ball there, and Wan-Bissaka wins it out onto Greenwood with the throw. Diogo Jota. Hakimi. Dembele. Has got the space now, and the Nakamba try to get back. And the Nakamba does get back. I was trying to cut in a little bit with Dembele there and then put a little ball across goal, but I knew that one of them was going to come in and just tackle me. It's unfortunate really, but just try to use Dembele's speed and his skill to give us a better chance in this match. Diogo Jota try to come across the tackle. 3 minutes of added time here at Villa Park at the end of the first half. And it's not exactly been a convincing performance from us, but we have the goal.
This looks promising.
And so far,
I'm
not going to say it yet actually. So far we've stopped them from getting a goal. Granted our goal is a penalty, but goals are goals at the end of the day. You take what you can get. Dembele brings it away for half time. So we're doing pretty well, I would personally say. I'm still struggling at half time. And Bradford City get a lead with a penalty. There's only one goal here at the Villa Park for the Bantams, but we definitely have been a stronger team in terms of creating chances, I believe. Arsenal and West Ham drawing 0-0 in their game at the Emirates. But like I said, yeah, I feel like we've been stronger in terms of chances we have as well. One shot that was off target from Aston Villa right at the beginning. It was the one that was skewed wide. We've had 4 shots so far on target. Could have easily been 2-0 at points, but couldn't get the second, at least in the first half. 55% possession for Aston Villa and 45% possession for Bradford City. We don't always pride ourselves on possession though, because we just get the goals and we get it done. Everyone's looking kind of healthy. Jota might need taken off at some point in the second half. What I think I'll do is I'll probably rotate Greenwood into the middle when Jota needs to come off, and put Carbonara on that right hand side. Kick off the second half here at Villa Park with Haaland linked back to Hlošek, down to Greenwood, and we've just got to consolidate here. That's pretty much it. If we can get a second goal, we go for it and try best to score it, obviously. If we can't, then it's just whatever happens, happens. Greenwood. Back post, I think it was Hlošek. He was onside but couldn't keep the header down. And another chance goes begging for Bradford City, and I feel like at some point we're going to rue these chances. Kalinic towards Alvarez. It's headed down, I believe, by Tielemans. Jota off to Yuri Tielemans. Haaland. Błaszczak. Not going to get around his man. Haaland can't get to the loose ball. And the goalkeeper felt under pressure and kicked it off for a throw-in. Błaszczak wasn't who I was aiming for. I was aiming for Dembele, but it's been read by Aston Villa at the end of the day. Players will watch Adam Błaszczak. Todibo stops Alvarez in his tracks. Beautiful.
Just whether they can convert that possession into
Tielemans.
clear-cut chances. You sense they need to pick up the pace a little.
More possession, of course, but Bradford have had more shots on target, considering Villa haven't had a single one yet. And you know when they're going to have a single one, it's because they'll probably score from it. Not my luck. Burnley will play Aston Villa next game. It'll be a battle of the claret and blue.
Well, that should be a really interesting match.
And I believe we are facing Watford next, if I can remember rightly. Tielemans loses the ball straight away. It's not exactly what to do with it. This is a bit of a problem here. Dembele gets it kicked off for a Aston Villa throw.
Jensen.
Good bit of play from Villa. Will they create anything from this? Lafont hitting it away, and it's come to Greenwood. Haaland was calling for it. Now Haaland receives it. Błaszczak, Tielemans. Oh, one more to Adam Błaszczak. Oh, it's a save once again from Kalinic. Maybe he could have taken a bit more time. Thought I had to take it quickly, but the defender backed off slightly. I could have maybe taken a touch there and steadied myself. I took a shot on instead with Błaszczak, and it's another save from Kalinic. Błaszczak towards Hennessy. It's just over the top. I'm surprised Hennessy even won there. But he has won it, and he has put it unfortunately over the top. Oh, he's put it wide actually, looking at the replay. And you look at players like Andrew Banks, who have grown quickly and gone off to Barcelona. Thomas Hennessy has been a man who's been growing just in his own time, quietly getting on with it, and he's become our star defender, I think. I think he's better than Todibo now, personally. And I was honestly thinking of possibly signing a pre-contract centre-back, and I still might. But Hennessy has stepped up this season so far, in my opinion. Wan-Bissaka gets the ball back. Jota, Tielemans back to Jota. I suppose he can get second here to wrap things up, but it's not looking, well, it's not looking likely, I say. But Haaland is just giving it off to Błaszczak, and it's 2-0. What a smooth play. I could have gone with Haaland, but I wanted to make sure I got his second goal this time. I've been waiting a long time for it. Haaland making a perfect run through a defence. I think it was a left back playing him on side, and what a play. Maybe a little bit scummy with the finish there, but who cares? At the end of the day, we get the goal. Adam Błaszczak scores his second of the day and his fifth in this Premier League season. He has been chomping at the bit to get goals this season. It was Haaland last season, but now it's Adam Błaszczak who seems to be our main source of goals in this Premier League season. I really want to record more than one episode today, but I want to make sure my WrestleMania predictions go up okay. Don't want to risk anything to do that. Wan-Bissaka tackling El Ghazi and winning the throw-in for us. Interesting. Greenwood. Diogo Jota tried to pick it back through to Greenwood for that space, but it didn't register apparently. Jensen. Oh, it's passed in, but Todibo gets it away. Not far enough away though. And of course, we're made to be punished for our mistake. El Ghazi. Yeah, one back for Aston Villa. I absolutely can't have any complaint there, to be honest, because Todibo, I should have just launched it away. I tried to pass it out, and that's my own fault, really. El Ghazi getting one back for Aston Villa. Let's just hope we don't choke this now.
Well, Derek is angry because they've lost their focus.
Honest to God, that is my main mistake, and I think I've realised it. Beyond things going wrong for me within the game, like passing sometimes goes wrong, I put that on the game. Sometimes defending goes wrong,
there we have
and I
it,
put that on the game as well,
2-1.
but that is fully my own
Now
fault. I have to take
inside
responsibility
the
for
final
that
20
one.
minutes of the game.
I need to learn not to pass it out of defence, because that is an easy way of them
Diogo
just
Jota.
to get the attack and end up scoring it.
He has plenty of support.
Tielemans, back to Jota.
Jota. Wonderful chance.
Against, I think Jota used to play for Aston Villa, if I'm not incorrect.
It was a great shot as well.
I can't remember for sure, but Diogo Jota forced another save out of Kalinic. And to be honest, we don't really need to make any substitutions because we've got a 12-day break after this. Except for the players who are away on this national duty, of course.
And over comes
Green with the target, it's punched away by Kalinic. Dembele to Debo. Oh, it was worth a shot from the defender, and it wasn't a bad one to be fair. Caught by Kalinic though.
It's a goal for Arsenal. 75 minutes played.
To Debo, onto Jota. Haaland doesn't have anywhere to go. So many Aston Villa players still back from the corner.
Inside the last quarter of an hour.
15 minutes left here at Villa Park.
Listen to the atmosphere in here. The fans are doing their bit, trying to spur them on for the
Obviously, the Aston Villa fans
Green has it.
don't want to leave here empty-handed. I don't want the team to leave here empty-handed, I should say.
Green.
But Bradford City want 3 points to go back up the road with, realistically.
Dangerous looking attack.
Some great passes there. Dembele cuts it off, but it's still with Villa.
Andre Green. Well, the cross
And
played
Todibo
well,
doing the right thing this time,
ultimately
just absolutely
a
launching it
cul-de-sac.
away.
Just listen to
I wasn't
the
taking any
crowd,
chances
they're
there. You
urging
see the
their
amount of
team
fucking
on.
Aston Villa players
Surely
around
they'll
me.
get another chance.
Alvarez.
There's absolutely no way I'm not clearing that just miles there.
They do pass
Aston
the ball
Villa
with
really
authority.
pulling some passing moves together here in an attempt to salvage a
You've got to
point.
conclude that it was
Wan-Bissaka
completely
though,
overhit.
outstrengths El Ghazi and it's brought away.
Breaking it
Greenwood.
pace.
I've hit that too hard.
Well, it looked highly promising, but it came to nothing.
I didn't
in
know if the
end.
defender would come across or not, and he did, unfortunately. Now,
It's with
El Ghazi.
And scope for the cross.
Diogo Jota coming all the way back down a bit defending. It's a corner now to Aston Villa. And will we see an equaliser here at Villa Park? After us, I believe, dominating the chances. Lima going to take the corner for Villa.
Over it comes.
Greenwood,
End product just wasn't
Haaland absolutely belts it clear. Tielemans could control, but he doesn't, unfortunately. He's out jumped. He'll come all the way through to Lafont though. Hennessy after Hakimi. And we should get a danger away now. Maybe not for the rest of the game, but
Dembele.
at least on that occasion. Dembele,
Diogo Jota.
Diogo Jota now, all the way down to Greenwood with a
Greenwood.
very good pass. Can we pick out Haaland? We can.
Good technique displayed.
Greenwood,
Takes it
it's
on.
blocked off.
Thwarting his opponent in the nick of time.
Hakimi. Haaland.
Looks promising this.
I thought it was going to be a foul, but I guess he got the ball. I don't know. Todibo. Tielemans. Just try to keep it out of our own half at this point.
Jota.
Jota.
Read it superbly to take back possession.
Unfortunate there. Just try and not let him have a chance. We're doing the opposite of that now.
Down by a
We're getting a
goal.
chance.
This could be the final opportunity to snatch
Offside though against
something.
Aston Villa, and that will wrap up the 3 points here for Bradford City. Not even that far offside,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
defence got
against the
that spot
Villa
on,
man,
so
but
did the linesman.
offside's offside at the end of the day. Hakimi just going to launch it. And that's going to be full time here at Villa Park. We add 3 more points to our Premier League total. And despite little problems at the back, which today was my own fault. It was fully my own fault today. But despite that, besides that I should say, we're actually functioning quite well as a Premier League unit now, I think. In the double today.
Well, clearly the
helping us on our way
difference
to our
between the two
victory.
sides today, 2 goals, a
El
really
Ghazi
good
with a goal back
performance,
for Aston
ran
Villa, but
into
it
the
wasn't
chance, did
enough.
everything
And in
right.
the end,
Absolutely 9
scores
out of 10.
Aston Villa 1, Bradford City 2. An incredible victory for us once again. The penalty put away by Hlošek, and then he scored another one later on. Set up on a plate for him by Haaland, of course. Look at this. How is it ended 2-1? Now I look at that, I'm a little bit peeved. 2-1 though is a score, unfortunately. 11 shots and 9 on target for ourselves. 3 shots and 1 on target for Aston Villa. I told you if they got 1 shot on target, get it going. 54% possession for Aston Villa, 46% possession for ourselves. I wish we just kept a clean sheet or maybe we scored more, but that's just the way it goes. We got the win anyway, I shouldn't be too complaining, really. 9.4 for Hlošek, 8.5 for Haaland. Everyone else getting around 7s. Not too shabby. Alonso. Thought maybe some of the defenders deserved a bit better, but that's just me, I guess. They switched to a 3 at the back after having 4 at the back originally, I believe. Marvelous Nakamba was their best player with a 7.9. Their goal scorer El Ghazi only getting a 7.2. So we're going to go into the post-match interview. Arsenal and West Ham drawing 1-1. Let's see what we have. In terms of the table, I think we're top 10 now. What do we have to answer though at this press conference? Getting Jota to play was a gamble that paid off. How much did his return have an impact on today's win? It wasn't really a big impact for him, I'm not going to lie. But he should be cautious. Jota played well today, but he's coming back after an injury, so he should be cautious and avoid pushing himself too much, especially when he gets injured all the fecking time. I can guarantee you one more time this season he'll get injured. With 2 goals to secure a win, Hlošek was the hero today. Any thoughts? Impressive performance from him. He seems to be scoring quite a lot of goals right now. I'm very impressed with the way Hlošek played today. It was a world-class performance. I know his position says right wing, but he can also play striker, and he's doing well. You won, but Aston Villa managed to close the gap and cause a late scare. How do you improve defensively moving forward? No improvement is required. I just need to use my brain. We were ahead, and even though I scored, we still won. That's all that matters. We dominated the game based on chances.
Thank you for your time.
If I scored every shot on target that I had, we'd have won 9-1. So it just shows, really. But we have entered the top half of the league now. Granted, we're still quite a way behind the rest of the teams, except for Newcastle, of course. Top 8 seem to be off on 1 this season. Chelsea, the only one still to win all their games so far this season. Arsenal losing their 100% record after drawing to West Ham there. But like I said, we are improving. After 4 straight losses at the start of the season, we're starting getting a little run going, which is good. The goal difference is still negative. We're still conceding a lot of goals, but we're actually scoring more. And I believe Hlošek will be in the top 10 now. Yeah, he's got 5. So we'll see if he has won the Player of the Month in a second. Let's see what we have for training, though. We'll give some more to Mazepov. Mazepov is ready to be brought up, but I think I'm going to try and leave him in here as long as I can. Just to, you know, see, just to gauge what his potential could be. We'll keep training him, of course, and stuff that we can train him in, I guess. Who else should we train? Hlošek apparently still a promising player. That's crazy. It's 85 and 21 years old. He's still promising. We'll give some to Anisimov because he seems to be growing quite well all of a sudden. He's not really been playing much. So I don't know if we start playing him in some games. Rotate him around a little bit. Because he seems to be doing quite well for some reason. Mats Mortensen now is a 17-year-old. He still hasn't got his first taste of Bradford City action yet. But we could move him in for the game against Galatasaray in a couple of weeks' time. Just considering all my options. We'll give Mortensen 3 drills. Actually, no, we'll give him 2. 3's a bit greedy. We'll give 1 to Hill, who is another man that could come in and do a little bit of something. Let's see. Not much growth at the end of the day. I thought Hill might hit that 69 lol overall, but okay, training results, I guess. We've still got another week before. Well, we've still got another training drill we can do before our next game as well, so maybe some will upgrade in that respect. I'm just going to stop the sim here because I want to. Well, actually, we'll leave it. I don't know. I'm not going to risk it. We're going to see who Player of the Month is, and it's gone to Mohamed Salah, which fair play to him, I guess. But we got a nomination, and that's all that matters right now. We're getting in there like swimwear. We just need to keep going. Salah's impressive performance at Liverpool earned in the Premier League Player of the Month award for September. He didn't play that well against us, I don't think, from what I remember. Or did he score one? I don't remember. I think that was August as well, but that's beside the point. Problem now is we've got some of our players away on international duty. and that's why there's no Premier League fixtures this weekend. That's one thing I like about Premier League football, is that Premier League action stops because there's probably so many players away on international duty, so it doesn't cause too much of a problem, doesn't cause a fixture clash or anything like that. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Might as well keep training Anisimov up a bit. I haven't really been paying as much attention to him as I should have been, really, this whole career mode. And we'll give one to Yartsev, who I think missed out last time. And he's still got quite good potential, so we'll keep rolling along with him. He's got to a 60. Hill hits a 69 rating, and everyone else seems to be progressing quite well. And I've never made any training presets because I'm just used to putting whatever players I want in there and seeing what happens with them. So that's why there's no training presets. If anyone's interested, not that anyone probably is, but I thought I'd just point it out anyway. But that brings us to our next game against Watford, who are just below us in the league, which is going to make for an interesting one. If we win, I think we could overtake Newcastle, depending on the result. And Watford right below us on 9 points. So we really need to win to stay ahead of them as well. If we lose, we'll go behind them once again and go down to the bottom half of the table. But I hope you guys have enjoyed another episode of the Bradford City Career Mode. We are finally getting things going in the Premier League. 2-1 victory over Aston Villa. Honestly, should have been 2-0, but it can't be helped sometimes. We were dominating, though. But it's unfortunate we couldn't keep a clean sheet. Unfortunately, we couldn't score more goals as well when we were having 9 shots on target and only scoring 2. But that's just a full credit to the goalkeeper, really, isn't it, at the end of the day? But I hope you guys enjoyed, like I said. And I'll see you very, very soon when we do take on Watford at home at the Villa Parade.